Hey everyone. Welcome, maybe welcome back. We are inside today because we are experiencing about 3 to 4 inches of snow. It's melting right now, but it was pretty bad. It was pretty cold. So I've had this idea for a while that I should take a look at woodworking in video games, and I thought that'd be pretty interesting, right? I've probably taken about 100 pictures from multiple different games, and I've compiled them down to about 5 pictures I'm going to be taking a look at that I think represent woodworking or bushcraft. I have an ale, I've got my boy, and we're going to take a look at these pictures, and let's see what we think. Alright, first up on the list is Ark Survival Evolved, one of my favorite games. I love dinosaurs. That should be apparent. This one's pretty good. You can see here the back section is completely covered with these little back plates that hold everything together. They're just planks of wood, rough cut, and they've just been nailed together. It's about as basic as you can get. It's a good example of bushcraft, basic construction. I do like the fact that there are holes on each side where you can see the nails are going through or have driven through on the other side. What would have been really nice to see is old school construction where you would put a nail through and then you would bend it on the other side to where it would just stay in place. That would be how you would do it in the olden days. Either way, really like this example. Awesome bushcraft. Also, Ark Survival Evolved is a great game. I play it all the time. Moving on. Okay, so here we are in The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, as it is called. Internationally famous novel. What a great game. Besides the point, this is a great example of traditional cooping. This is a bathtub, a very large, elegant bathtub that definitely would have been in a more rich house. You can definitely see that from the banding along the sides. Not much else to say other than that. This is just cooping at its best. You might know someone named Cooper. Chances are that their relatives perhaps made buckets or any type of water-holding vessel that was made out of wood. Basically, it consists of slats of wood that would go together in a circle, and then you would seal it with something like beeswax or some other type of natural wax or substance. I'm really not sure. I'm not a cooper. One of my favorites at this point, this is Red Dead Redemption 2. This is the town of Strawberry. Anyone who's played Red Dead Redemption 2 is going to remember their time entering Strawberry for the first time because the entire town is picturesque. We're talking a river runs straight through the town, a water wheel, a natural bridge. There were so many pictures to choose from, and I narrowed it down to this. This is the Welcome Center in Strawberry. Absolutely beautiful, excellent use of natural materials here. I mean, there's just branches all along here for supports. Who wouldn't love this? This is definitely a hunter's abode, that's for sure. Really like the doweling on the steps. You can see each step has its own thick dowel. It's a little bit weird because what you would probably see in that case is 2 dowels. You know, if you have a level thing and you have 1 dowel, and there's a good chance it's going to wobble, so if you need 2 dowels, it's no big deal. Love to see the doweling. Moving on. Okay, so this is Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. What can I say? It is a pillar of modern gaming. A really good game. Hard. Good God. Anyway, this is one of the rooftops in the Dragon Palace, I think it's called. I really just chose this because it's Japanese woodwork. Mostly what I know is that it doesn't use nails, and they had a more of appreciation of just using whatever they could, which I can't stress enough how important that is. Note the little roof supports here that are all carved, it seems. They all seem to have cuts in them to support other pieces. I don't really know another way to describe Japanese woodwork other than it's a big puzzle. And if that makes sense, then you get it. I'm also a fan of the hanging moss, but that isn't wood, is it? Okay, so number 5 here, we are at Skyrim, Elder Scrolls 4? Is that it? Elder Scrolls 5? I can't even remember. It's been so long since that game came out now. Anyway, Elder Scrolls, Skyrim. This is the best example of woodwork I could find in any game. So first of all, you've got this really nicely carved headboard. Everything is Nordic, everything is within the art aesthetic. But if you look here at the pegs that are going through for the sides, you can see that there's one peg coming this way, and then another peg coming this way. And this is a perfect example of what is called a loose mortise and tenon joint. These are used all the time in table and furniture making. Awesome example. I love to see this. I'm not really sure why this one is pegged and all of these ones do not have the loose tenon. No big deal though. I love this, man. Like, how cool is that? Taking the time to include this old woodworking technique. It's awesome. That's gonna do it for my woodworking pictures today. I'm thinking about turning this into a series because there were a lot of pictures. So many pictures. I could really go all day with woodworking in video games. Thank you very much for watching, you guys. Don't give up. Keep growing. That's all for me today. See you next time.